Well, tens of thousands of women are dying every year from breast cancer, but soon that could change.
First Coast News' Lana Harris on your side this morning with a look at a vaccine for triple-negative breast cancer. It could someday save millions. Lana.
Good morning. So this vaccine is still in clinical trials, but doctors are very excited about it because it seems to be working. The problem is studies show that less than 5% of adults with cancer enroll in trials, and one patient we spoke with says if more patients get involved, future generations could be spared from this disease.
This one here is a good one when she was a baby.
Walking into Stacey Hansen's home,
That was when she was 1.
you'll find pictures and artwork of her daughter Lucy everywhere.
She owns this house.
You see, she calls Lucy her miracle child.
I was 43 when I found out I was pregnant.
And 2 years after Lucy was born, she found out she had breast cancer.
I was scared to death.
But she beat it, and then it came back as stage 4 triple-negative metastatic breast cancer.
I did not think that I would make it to see her start kindergarten.
Turned out Stacey's father had the breast cancer gene, but she was the only one of her siblings to get it.
It means that the only one at risk in my family now is my daughter Lucy.
But for Lucy, there could be hope. Because right now, the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville has a clinical trial for a breast cancer vaccine.
So the idea is similar to vaccination against infection, like, measles, influenza.
Dr. Saranya Chumsri says the vaccine helps the body's immune system prevent cancer from coming back.
It's for patients who already had breast cancer, but early stage, and the tumor has already been resected. And then we will vaccinate the patient to help reduce the risk of recurrence.
We need clinical trials and we need participants.
Since Hansen is already at the last stage of cancer, this vaccine won't work for her. But she's not advocating for herself.
Yes, I hope that in my lifetime, science catches up and I get 40, 50 years. But more importantly, I want my daughter to have a life without cancer. I don't want her to ever have to worry about cancer.
And I'm happy to report Stacey is under a different clinical trial, and right now she says her tumor is about the size of a grain of rice. In the studio, Lana Harris, First Coast News, on your side.